Graeme Souness has apologised for an incident in which he was sent off in his first game for his new club. 9 players were booked in the game.
Good play from Souness. Immediately under pressure though from Beattie. Well, that's an aspect of the Scottish game with which Graeme Souness may not be familiar. And tempos have gone completely now. McCluskey and Beattie, Souness is in the heart of it. Chris Woods wants to take his own kind of action. And this is a dreadful scene inside Easter Road. And off the ball, more trouble as Mark Fulton goes down. A collision with Colin West. The Hibs supporters going wild on the far side. But a red card has been shown to Graeme Souness. Graeme Souness has been ordered off. And Easter Road is going wild.
And the worst part about that report is that the Scottish fans obviously enjoyed it. That's a worry. Brazilian Ayrton Senna has grabbed pole position for the Hungarian Grand Prix to be run in Budapest tonight. It's Senna's 6th pole position of the season, and Lotus is 104th in Grand Prix history, breaking Ferrari's long-standing record. Piquet's in 2, Prost 3, Mansell back in 4th spot, then Rosberg and Tambay with Alan Jones in 10. 2 holders in the top 10 positions is a pretty good performance. It's the first East European Grand Prix since the competition started back in 1950, and it's on air live at 10:30 Eastern Time tonight. More sport later. Here's Mike.
Thanks, Sam. That should be a very interesting race tonight, not just as a race, but to have a look at how they accept it over there, because it's never been their cup of tea, Formula One.
No, it hasn't. They look like the sort of people that enjoy some pleasant things in life, and I think they'll enjoy the Grand Prix. We had a great time in Adelaide last year. I think it'll be a nice time in Budapest.
I'm sure it would be. OK, and good to see Jonesy getting a bit closer each time.
Yeah, he does keep moving up the grid. He just probably would like to get a bit closer as far as the finish is concerned. He almost got in the points last time, didn't he? I think he finished about 7th or 8th last time. Yeah.
All right. Okie-doke. Well, while the appalling weather conditions in Sydney this week have made surfing just about the last thing on anybody's mind, this morning another huge field turned out to make that annual run from the Town Hall to Australia's most famous surfing beach, good old Bondi. There were 24,000 of them ready to pound it out over the 14 kilometres, and there with his report, Sports Sunday's Pat Lindsay.
The look was glad bags. The aroma, well, let's say Denker Rub, for the 16th running of Sydney's annual City to Surf Fun Run. Around 24,000 turned up for the 14-kilometre run from Hyde Park to Bondi Beach. The numbers were slightly down on last year, but perhaps that was due to Sydney's recent atrocious weather. It was a chilly August morning as Jacko warmed up the starters. But most competitors preferred their own warm-up routines. Some called on help from above, some were out to help others. Finally, as William Street was stretched to bursting, the race was on. The select band of fancied runners included the sentimental favourite Andrew Lloyd, winner in 1983 and 84, but seriously injured in a car accident last year which claimed the life of his wife Lynn. Andrew is running with a virtually reconstructed leg, the result of his accident. Also with the leading group is American Paul Cummings, former world record holder for the half marathon. While the leaders power off, the bulk of the field floods down William Street and through Sydney's eastern suburbs. As they wind their way up the infamous Heartbreak Hill, around the halfway point, Andrew Lloyd snatches the lead. While the leaders chase glory, most runners are chasing personal best times. And the battlers are just content to finish. With the finish line in sight, Andy Lloyd is set for a great personal triumph. His 3rd victory in the City to Surf, his time 1.5 minutes outside the record, but it's easily his most satisfying win.
This is a one I really wanted to win. Really put me heart in this one.
Andy ran against doctor's orders after being bedridden with food poisoning until this morning.
You're obviously racing not just for yourself, but also for your wife as well?
Yeah, the memory's there, and she gave me so much support. It's hard, but I'm determined.
Second home was Victorian Brad Camp, and third also from Victoria, Adam Hoyle. The defending women's champion, Nancy Ditz from the US, was again first home. But the real winners were those who competed, just for the fun of it.
Oh, it's actually my fiancée, you know. She makes me do it. She's the boss.
You love it?
Yeah.
She's 85 years young.
I think I just got to go away and croak it now.
What a gutsy lady, and some of the funny fellas as well. Well, yesterday afternoon on Wide World of Sports, we took you to Silverstone for the Wollongong whiz kid Wayne Gardner's great win in this week's British Grand Prix. And with motorbike racing in the air, how about for our pick of the paparazzi this week, we bring you a look at the talents of the Shutterbugs from Revs magazine.
It was announced today at a press conference in Adelaide that one of the world's greatest Formula One drivers, Juan Fangio, will be attending this year's Australian Grand Prix following an invitation from the South Australian Premier, Mr John Bannon. Fangio won the World Championship 5 times, and even today, aged 75, he's still referred to as the Maestro. So great were his skills in a motor car that his name has gone into the English language. How many times when you see someone driving fast, you hear the reference, who does he think he is? Fangio. Well, how good was Fangio? Sit back and let these pictures tell the story.
To say that Juan Manuel Fangio was the greatest driver of all time would be an understatement. But it is true to say that there'll never be another like him. Born in a tiny village in the Argentine, Fangio was world champion 5 times, but did not start in a Grand Prix until he was 37 years old. He made a tentative debut in the big time in Europe in 1948. 3 years later, he would win his first world championship. A serious accident at Monza the following year put Fangio out of action for the remainder of the season. This crash was to be the only time Fangio was seriously injured in 10 years of racing. In 1953, Fangio was back, but he was racing without luck. In the Italian Grand Prix of 1953, that luck began to change. The big three of motor racing of the time, Ascari, Farina and Fangio, were racing 1, 2 and 3, when on the last lap, Ascari spun. Farina pulled out to avoid him, giving Fangio the split. It was Fangio's first major triumph of the year, but a sign of things to come. In 1954, Mercedes made its return to Grand Prix racing. These big machines with their all-encompassing bodies look strange. But Fangio, as team leader, made it clear that their looks belied their performance. The French Grand Prix went to Fangio. Then he repeated that win at Nürburgring. The Swiss Grand Prix went to Fangio as well. Then at Monza, the world title was his for the second time. In 1955, Sterling Moss joined Fangio in the Mercedes team. The pair dominated motor racing all year. The World Championship again went to Fangio in his Mercedes. In 1956, Fangio joined Ferrari. He was now 45 years of age. Yet in the British Grand Prix, he raced like a terrier to win at Silverstone at his 5th attempt. He did it again at Nürburgring. There seemed to be no way of stopping him. But in Cuba, they found a way. They kidnapped him. Fangio was released too late to race, but it wasn't too late to prevent him taking his 4th world title. 1957 saw Fangio return to Maserati. A 3-car pile-up at Monaco made his job of winning seem that much easier. But his greatest race was about to happen. It was the German Grand Prix of 1957. After 3 laps, Fangio led by 5 seconds. After 12 laps, his lead had increased to 28 seconds. Then a pit stop saw Fangio surrender the lead, and it seemed the race. But no one had counted on Fangio's unbelievable competitive heart. He set out after the field and broke the lap record 10 times in the remaining 22 laps. An incredible win to Fangio, a win that took him to yet another World Championship. Juan Fangio retired the following year. Like true sporting champions, he got out while he was on top. A late starter in a world where motor racing is traditionally a young man's game. He set the standards by which all others are judged. A control over the racing car that few can hope to attain. Juan Manuel Fangio, the greatest.
Just another reason to go to the Australian Grand Prix in Adelaide. Fangio will be there, and that's some marvellous footage there watching Fangio. You always have some disappointments in sport. I'm sorry that I never ever saw Bradman bat. And Fangio's another guy. I would have loved to have seen him drive. It was almost like watching him drive, but would have loved to have seen Fangio drive.
Yes, we pride ourselves on our camera work today, but whoever fixed that up was a bit ahead of his time. That was great stuff.
It was fantastic stuff, wasn't it? Yeah,
okay,
really enjoyed it.
Juan Fangio, as Ian said, just another reason to get yourself to Adelaide for the Grand Prix. All right, a bumper afternoon of football today, and out at the Sydney Cricket Ground, a huge crowd on hand for that top-of-the-table shootout between the Hawks and the Swans. Ian Maurice, it certainly will sort out just who is leading the VFL.
Little doubt about that, Michael. When you see the progress score from the SCG, not a good day for the Swans. Hawthorn lead by 24-9, 153 to the Swans, 6-12, 48. We have our man out of the cricket ground to tell us what's been happening. Here's Pat Lindsay.
Cricket ground for the top-of-the-table clash between the Swans from Sydney and the Hawks from Hawthorn. Excellent atmosphere out here, and it should be. Both teams locked at 56 points, 2 wins clear of the third-place Carlton. And this match is so crucial that it could decide who will finish on top of the table for the 1986 season. The atmosphere is so good because of the extraordinary on-field entertainment apart from the footballers. We've had here everything from the Sydney Swanettes through to Pojo, the kangaroo, who's just come back from crossing the English Channel. All the fun of the fair out here at the cricket ground, and whatever happens, win, lose or draw, the Swans can be assured that their move up to Sydney and their success has certainly captured the imagination of the Sydney sporting public.
Good on you, Pat. Well, one of the many surprises in sport in the last week or so has been the announcement that Joe Bugner is going to fight again. Bugner, of course, was the British heavyweight champion. He was the Commonwealth heavyweight champion and European champion as well, and a more than handy fighter at his peak. He's now 36 and has decided to fight again, but Bugner says he's not coming out of retirement. He never retired in the first place. 1971, Joe Bugner shocked the boxing world by taking the British title from the seemingly invincible Henry Cooper. Bugner was only 21, and during his heyday put plenty of heavyweights away with a huge right hand. Today, Joe Bugner is 36, lives in Australia, and by his own admission, is comfortably off. So the fans can be excused for thinking his decision to fight again is not all that serious.
I'm in this for 100%. No jokes. I mean, I've got money. I've got homes all over the world, and I still design.